It was the month of August this year in the American state of Utah. A 12-year-old child climbed out of the window of a house. He was malnourished. He had deep lacerations. But the boy ran to a neighbor, asking them to call the police because he was being held captive along with his sister. Eventually, the cops arrived. The siblings were taken to hospital. And soon after that, these two women were arrested. On the right is Ruby Franke, mother of the children who were held captive. Ironically, she's also a parenting influencer. She had a YouTube channel with millions of followers. And with her is her former business partner, Jody Hildebrandt, a counselor and life coach. It was her house where the children were being held. The boy had been tied up with ropes, hence the lacerations. The two women have remained jailed since their arrest. Each is charged with 6 felony counts for aggravated child abuse. Yesterday, Franke pleaded guilty to abusing and starving 2 of her children.
Ms. Franke, how do you plead to count 1, aggravated child abuse, a second-degree felony?
Guilty.
To count 3, aggravated child abuse, a second-degree felony?
Guilty.
To count 5, aggravated child abuse, a second-degree felony?
Guilty.
And to count 6, aggravated child abuse, a second-degree felony?
With my deepest regret and sorrow for my family and my children, guilty.
Franke likely faces a prison sentence. She has 6 children, 4 of them are in state custody. As for her YouTube channel, it has been deactivated. The question is, how did it come to this? How did someone who preaches about parenting abuse her own children?
You've read it carefully?
The answer is simple. This world of influencing is like the wild, wild west. Laws are inadequate, regulatory oversight is lacking, so disorder prevails. Anyone with a mobile phone and access to the internet can become an influencer, and once they do, money comes easily and frequently. There is a term for this. It is called the creator economy. It is powered by millions of people who are building and monetizing their own brand, selling products, advice, inspiration, attention, even fun to their followers. It may sound superficial, but this industry is projected to reach $480 billion by 2027, $480 billion. Of some 2,000 global brands, 80% use influencer marketing. And 54% youngsters say they would become influencers if they could. Seems almost euphoric, but it really isn't. There are loopholes here. Why are influencers saying what they are? Are they being paid to do so? Can you really trust what they say or do? No one knows. This man is called the Liver King. He's a shredded fitness influencer. He claims to eat raw organs to achieve this physique. But then he made a confession, admitting to taking more than $10,000 worth of steroids a month. Soon after, he was hit with a $25 million lawsuit for deception. Then you have Zahana Dart, a wellness influencer. She ate only raw vegan food and promoted the same. This year, she died of starvation, according to reports. And there are many such cases. Influencers peddle everything from Botox fillers to crypto wisecracks, but many don't believe what they say. They're simply promoting brands for money. Others don't have the right credentials to shell out advice. And sometimes, some of these people even kill themselves to get the views. In this influencer economy, anything goes, but who is holding them accountable? This year, America charged influencers for illegally promoting crypto. Australia investigated influencers over false ads. Italy sued a fashion influencer for misleading content. India released guidelines to curb finance and health influencers, and France became the first country to legally define what an influencer is. So basically, the action exists, but examples are few and far between. But what can we do about it? Well, I'm no influencer, but here's some advice. Until the action comes, even if it does, do your part, hold your influencers accountable, double-check their pearls of wisdom, establish your own guardrails, and hold your influencers to higher standards. Because influencing is not going anywhere, so maybe it's time we make it a two-way street.